So we're doing some heel elevated squats here. So basically for the setup of the exercise, I would recommend some wedges, but any sort of plates or books would also work as well. So I can step on top of these plates, or if you have books only available, this will work as well. Weight is also optional, but all we're looking to do here is we're extending the arms out, keeping the ribs pulled back as much as possible. That should allow us to basically keep our center of mass as we go through this squat. So staying up nice and tall, looking straight forward. I'm gonna tuck in my tailbone as much as possible. So once again, that posterior pelvic tilt, keeping my core braced down. I'm just gonna take a deep breath in, dropping down into a squat, and then a big breath out, driving up to the top. Trying to stay, as you can tell, perpendicular to the floor throughout the movement. So big breath in, and then a big breath out. If you're wondering what you're gonna do with your knees here, you want the knees to start by going outward just a little bit as you head down, and then once you come back up, the knees will kind of drive in and then drive back out. All right, so once you feel comfortable without the heel elevation, we can take that off, and then we can just go body weight. And the weight or the arms in front of you should help with that movement pattern. But those are our heel elevated squats. These are some supine leg raises. So all Justin's looking to do is keeping his knees totally locked out here, pushing his palms flat down into the floor. He's gonna keep the rest of his upper body down flat on the ground here. And then all he's looking to do is just going into some hip flexion. So keeping his legs totally straight, driving the feet up, and then he should feel his hip flexors really working, his core really working hard. These are some supine leg raises. Justin is performing assisted tricep dips. So we just need a bench or a chair or something sturdy to place his hands on. What he's looking to do to start with his hands is I want him to push his thumb and his pointer finger down into the bench as much as possible. That's gonna activate his chest and his shoulders just a bit more. He's gonna push his chest out as much as possible, and then he's tucking in his tailbone and then squeezing his core as tight as possible. From there, all he's looking to do is he's bending the elbows here while keeping his chest up tall, looking straight forward, and then he's just driving right back up to the top. So right there is our tricep dips. So a progression to this dip is if we extend the knees straight, now it becomes a little bit more difficult since we load more body weight, right? So an easy way to progress, if you want to, you can always lift up one foot as well, or adding a bench in front of you or a chair in front of you, create a little bit more body weight and load up a bit more. Some common compensations that we see is if his shoulders start to round forward a lot, right, and his spine caves in. So we don't want to see a form like this. We want the chest to stay up tall, his core to stay tight. All those different cues here are going to be important to hold. Right here is our assisted tricep dips.